Hi again and welcome back. In this video, we're going to find work and end that dry spell. We'll cover networking, making contact, applying for posted positions you'll find on the internet, organizing your search, following up, and perfecting that resume and portfolio. Okay, let's start with networking. Networking is so important. That is where I put most of my energy, and for good reason. They say that in a traditional job search, it's something between 60 and 80% more likely to find work through people you know. I think that's almost 95%, if not more, with freelancing. So not only is it more likely that you'll find work, but the quality of work is so much better because it comes from people who know your skills and respect you. It's work that is based in trust so that you're more likely to get paid, and you're more likely to get paid your rate, because when a client gets a referral, it's because they need someone fast who they can trust. So they need to pay for that convenience. So what you need to do to get your network working for you is just let people know that you're available so that you can take advantage of all these people that you know, as they will do for you. And that is the whole point of networking. So start with making a list. Create a list of everyone you've ever worked for. That includes employers, that includes clients, but this list should also include anyone who might know of job opportunities. And that might be your friends, that might be your fellow freelancers. That's everyone who could get you closer to finding work. So this list should start with the most likely contacts who know of opportunities and go down to the least likely. And then I work usually by doing 4 or 5 at a time. I won't do everything at the same time because in case something starts to come in, I don't want to have to say no all the time and create some bad vibes. So I like to start with the best prospects and see if anything's happening and then work my way down that list. Here are some examples of things I might send. Now I always try to use a common experience just to create a good tone and to create some recognition. For example, I'll say, "Hi Chris, I see the summer campaign launched. It looks awesome. Thanks again for the opportunity. I'm available if you need me." Or if there's no project, I'll just say, "Hope all is well. I'm just wrapping up a big project and scanning around for new opportunities. If you hear of anything, let me know." If it's a fellow freelancer or a friend, it's so simple. It's just like, "How's it going? If you hear of anything, let me know. I could use a little work." Always communicate in the way you usually communicate with that contact. For example, send email if you send email, but maybe you text each other. Then use text. Something I have had surprising amount of success with is LinkedIn messaging. Every time I send someone a message through LinkedIn messaging, I hear back. And I think that's because the whole point of LinkedIn is networking. So if someone is connecting with you on LinkedIn, they already agree to hear from you and take part in that communication. So if you're not on LinkedIn, get there and build up your contacts because they will come in handy down the road, I promise you. Okay, here's an example of a message I sent on LinkedIn. "Blair, how the heck are you? Just a reminder that I exist and of course always looking for an opportunity to blow you away with my copywriting skills. Hope you are well and happy." Now I show you that just to give you an idea of the kind of personality that you can put in there and how you can make it quick and also get a response, because this was quite successful for me. Blair didn't know of anything right there within his company, but he referred me to someone who was starting a new project, and also someone from his company called me a couple of months later to say, "Hey, are you still available?" Okay, so let's move on to finding work through posted jobs on the internet. Now, this is not my favorite way to look for work, but sometimes that's where the opportunities are, and so you have to keep your hand in. It seems to me sometimes that the internet has done to freelancing what it's done to dating. It's increased the possibilities 1,000-fold, but at the same time, it's increased your competition 1,000-fold. So it's really hard to feel like you can shine through and make a difference in that crowd. But you do have to keep trying and applying for things because it's part of the work of looking for work. And plus, when you apply for something, it kind of makes you feel good, like you have some hope, like there's a possibility there that may come through. And that's sometimes a boost you need in the day. So now, start with the big sites, the big job recruitment sites like Monster and Indeed and even LinkedIn. Sign up for those, get those emails coming in so you can monitor all the opportunities that are coming up. But focus, I think, on the freelance sites, the ones that are geared to the kinds of work that you look for. Now, here are some of my favorites. Okay, I've selected these ones because I kind of think that the opportunities I've seen here seem really authentic, and the money is not always that bad. Now, having said that, before you take any work from any site, make sure you understand how that site gets paid for your work. For instance, with Fiverr and Upwork, you'll see good opportunities there, but they take 20% off the top of everything you earn. So make sure your rate compensates for that. Flexjobs.com, love that site, lots of potential there, and they work by subscription so that you can control how much money goes out. iFreelance.com, it's easy to sign up. I love that you can brand yourself a little bit. Now this site does bidding, which I don't love because it drives the rates down. But on the other hand, because you can kind of brand yourself on this site, it gives you a chance to create a high quality image that people understand what they're getting when they select you. Okay, all of those things are important. Get those things underway, and while you're doing that, organize. So you need to organize your job search as you go. Keep track of what jobs you applied for, when you applied for them, what you sent in terms of your portfolio, cover letter, what else do they need? It's always different. And if there is a contact name, write that down as well. And the reason is because a week later, you're going to follow up. If you don't have contact names, sometimes what you need to do is call the company, ask who's responsible for that job, and tell them what you want to do, that you sent in an application and you want to follow up. And my guess is they're going to give you the person and an email address. Here's something that I would send. Okay. So you can see I've tried to keep it short, to the point, and a little bit fun. Hi Pat, wow, the job of senior editor you posted on Glassdoor is a fantastic opportunity. Note how I'm mentioning the job and where I saw it to give the person some reference. I applied last week and I'm eager to see what happens next. Trying to make it sound enthusiastic. Best wishes finding the ideal candidate. Hope it's me. Give it a little bit of twist so that I'm memorable, and I hope I stand out from the crowd when it comes to looking at the applicants. Okay, now let's talk about updating resumes and portfolios. You know, while you're applying for all of these positions, even though they're freelance, you still need to work on your resume. Now, your resume is simply a way that employers check off boxes. They want to know, do you have the right skill set? Do you have the right education? Do you have the right experience? You need to make it very simple and easy to understand so that someone can allow you to go through the door to the next stage, which is your portfolio. Now, just a brief reminder, your portfolio is where you shine. Make it reflect you, and you can be perfecting it the whole time you're in the middle of a dry spell, so it works harder and harder for you. And, you know, it keeps someone who's looking at it interested and engaged. All right, that's you looking for work. Remember, while you're doing so, you need to stay visible so that you stay top of mind, and when work comes up, someone thinks of you first. Okay, we're going to talk about how to do that next, so stay tuned.